Alright, I am working on a 2004 Dodge Ram 3500, 5.9 liter, and I've got a water pump that needs to be replaced. So I've gone and taken my airbox out, just a 10 mil bolt right there, clasp, unplug that connection, then you can get into there easier. I'm gonna remove this right here, this bar, so I can reach my hand down in there a little better. I've drained all of my coolant from the bottom of the radiator. I loosened my petcock, drained it out from the bottom, a little over 4 gallons came out. I've got my Mopar red, got my new pump, comes with an O-ring. Stay tuned and I'll see how far we can get into this. Should go pretty smooth. I've never done this before on a Dodge Ram, so gonna learn things, I'm sure, and we'll get back to you. Stay tuned. Alright, got that bar out. Wasn't the easiest thing. It was, let's see, that one right there was a little tough to get in, but it's just 10 mil, and I think that's a 13 right there. And then there's a little clip under there. It's right there. That clip kind of is a washer. It's got to go on that bolt. So when you put this bar back in, make sure you slide that clip back on that bolt. What's up, Sturgill? Sturgill's a mechanic cat. He's pretty genius. So, yeah, we're listening to some Joe Rogan on podcast action. So, stay tuned. We'll see how it gets from here. Alright, so I've got the belt off. Not really off all the way. I've got it just loose so I can get to the water pump. I've got this right here, long breaker bar a buddy of mine let me borrow. That really allowed me to get some leverage on that tensioner right down there. And it's just on the right of that nut cap right there. The bottom left of the water pump. So belt's all loose. I got two 10 mil bolts down there, nuts that I gotta take off, and they're a little tough to get to, but I'm gonna get those and then remove my water pump, put the new one in, and I'll video that as soon as I get this one out. All right, so there's the water pump. I backed out the 2 bolts halfway and then used a flathead screwdriver to pry open the water pump. Learned that from a trick I watched from YouTube. So I figured I'd pass that trick on, and then I'm gonna go ahead and grab that water pump, back out those nuts, bolts rather, and go ahead and start the replacement. Taking a look at the erosion and all the cheese up in there compared to that one. Looks like that was the exit, or where the leak was, the purge. Alright, well, I've got the surface all cleaned off as much as I can. I took a flathead screwdriver lightly and scraped off the cheese on the bottom right there where it meets the actual engine. That little transition at the very bottom where the leak was happening. It was real cheesed up. So, ready for the new one. One thing I was able to do, I've got smaller hands than I guess, my mechanic buddy that I would have to pay to do this, so this is why I'm doing it. It's a little easier for me from the top than it would be for him to do from the bottom. So I'll admit it, I'm a smurf, so I kind of smurfed my arm down in here and got this out from right at the top. So I'm going to try to put the new one back in, smurf my way in from the top. So that's kind of a little trick. If you can finagle your way by taking out that bar up here and slipping it from the top, that might save you some time, struggle. But yep, thought I'd share that. So I successfully got my water pump in, new water pumps in, tightened those, both of those 10 mils down to, says 18 foot-pounds. I don't have a torque wrench like that, so that's about hand tight. I just tried to remember how tight they were when I broke them, loosened them up. Try to match that best I can do. I'm gonna go ahead and put the belt, route it back on over here, back under that, and then over this other one right here. Make sure it's all lined up. Put some coolant in. Well, got everything all installed. New pump. Put the intake in. Connected that. Put in over 4 gallons of coolant. The sound of the humming Cummins. Alright, y'all enjoy. Good luck. Do it yourself if you can, if you have the time. If not, go to KO Automotive in Philomath. Ken will get her done. He's the best mechanic for the best price I know in town. Tell him Papa Smurf sent you. There she goes.